Hi guys, my name is Sansi, and we are going to start a new series, which will be called Out of Body Experience slash Realism Dreams or Dream Realism. I haven't decided what to title it yet. And I will continue the ghost series as things happen at work. So I think that's going to be an ongoing series. But I wanted to start a new one meantime in between doing the tarot cards just to give you guys something to watch. And I think it's interesting. So the first one I'm going to talk about was about my Aunt Lil. So this is the very first time I can remember feeling like I had an out of body experience. So I had this aunt. She was 83 years old. This was many years ago, probably 25 years ago, something like that. She was 83, and she had a stroke. So I mean, she did very well at home by herself, clear up until the stroke, and then half of her body just went completely dead, and it never came back. And but she was so funny. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She loved to tell dirty jokes, and she loved to cuss. But she was this little tiny old lady with white hair, and was straight but short, and she was just so cute. And she would be saying all these nasty words and nasty jokes, and she just this little sweet old lady, which made it 100 times funnier than the joke even was. Um, but you would have loved her. She was a lot of fun, and she was a drinker. She loved to drink. That's how she made her pain go away. She said, so I'm pretty sure she was alcoholic, but not like out of control, but she did drink every day. And if we went anywhere, she would fill up these little airplane bottles of vodka, or I'm not sure what she had in there, but she had about 10 of them in her purse. So whenever she felt like she had pain coming on or whatever, she would just, shoot it back, one of the little shooters. But anyway, she was a lot of fun. And but then she had the stroke, and we went and saw her every weekend on our time off, and it was just sad to see her in a rest home, because that's what her son, he was the only living relative, and so he put her in a rest home, and they lived uh, quite a ways away from it, probably about 40 minutes away from us. So we only really had time to see her on the weekends, but we would take our dog, and she liked that, and we would visit for a couple hours, and then we'd go home. And also, oh, I should tell you about my shirt. It's Aerosmith. This is one of my favorite bands, 80s bands. And it says Dream On. So, that song Dream On. So I thought this would be appropriate shirt for this series. So I'll probably be wearing this through all of them. But anyway, okay, to start the out of body experience, it was a dream, right? So I went to sleep, and then I started dreaming that I was trying to get to her. This was 2 months after she died. I found out too, a lot of times when a loved one will pass, it might take a couple of months, but start watching for signs from them, because I think it's a 2 month mark where they go through whatever process they go through, and then they can reach out to us. So I would say within 2 months, be watching for signs and different things. Okay, so back to the story. I was driving in my dream. I was driving a long way. It just seemed like I was like 2 states away or something. Like took forever to get to this place. And it was like out in the country. It was just flat land. I mean, there wasn't trees, houses, or anything. And I was just driving down this long, straight road that just went forever and ever. Finally, I saw the building where she was at, and it was off to the left. So I pulled in, parked, got out, and walked into the rest home. And they told me she was down a long hallway on the left. So it's kind of funny, left and left. I don't know if that really means anything or not. So I walked forever. I mean, it was a long hallway. So I walked clear down there and to the left, and I knocked on the door. And she answered it. And when she answered it, she was younger. I could still recognize her, and she still had her pretty gray hair. It was like real silvery and shiny. It was really pretty. And she said, "Oh, come on in." She was not in a wheelchair or anything, like she was right before she died. So she opens the door, and she's like, "Oh, come on in," and we hugged and everything. And then I was telling her that she was dead. I said, "You've already crossed over, so you don't have to stay here anymore. You don't have to stay in this building. You can go out and go wherever you want." And she was like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, really. You can just go wherever you want and do whatever you want. You are not tied to this building anymore." So then after that, when I woke up in the morning, I thought, I was so exhausted. First off, I was so exhausted, like, oh my God, that just like was exhausting to try to get to her. Why? I don't know. But she obviously didn't think she could come to me, so I had to go to her, and it just seemed like a long way away. But after that, I didn't have any more dreams of her. And I think she walked out that door and is busy doing whatever she's doing now. So I was really grateful that I had that dream, but I really feel like it was an out-of-body experience. And I feel like she was in this building, which was kind of like, you could think of purgatory or something. Like this holding place, but it was a self-imposed prison, so to speak, right? So it's just because she thought she was stuck, but she was not stuck. She could go out the door, go wherever she wanted to go, do whatever she wanted to do. So we need to like keep this in mind. On our deathbeds, which will come one day, right? Keep in your mind that you're not stuck. You're not stuck no matter, what's going on. If you had a stroke and you can't speak or talk or whatever, you are not stuck. As soon as you pass over, you'll go through some sort of process, probably a review of life or whatever. But after that, I feel like you're free. So it's your own mind keeping you stuck. Okay? So I really believe this. And anyway, so this is number 1 in the series. And so far I've got 5 more to go. So I got 6 altogether. Unless I can think of any more that have, which I just thought of another one. Right before I started this video about Whitney Houston, I had one about her. But anyway, that won't be until, let me see, number 4 will be, because I'm trying to do it in order as much as possible. Oh, and look at my new glasses. I don't know if you like these, but I got these on Amazon, and I got 5 pair for like $10. It's really a good deal. I'm not affiliated with Amazon or anything, but These are just reading glasses, but they fit really good. They're not too tight like my other ones. They're very light and very comfortable, but they're just reading glasses. And then you can get them in all different strengths. So I think this is, it was either 325 or 370, one of the stronger ones. But anyway, and they come in all different colors. So each video I do, I'll wear a different pair so you can see them. As these are little pink under here, and then just brown, like tortoise shell. If you're, and it has this red thing on the side if you're interested in getting any for yourself. I think it's a fantastic deal. I'm so glad I bought these, because now I can have one in the car, I can have one in every room in the house. I don't have to wear them on my head anymore, or be running back and forth trying to get them, you know, because I will forget them if they're not on my head. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, okay, and sub and like, and hey guys, if you would share this video, I would so appreciate it with your or on your social media. I think it would really help my channel to grow. I had one lady who shared, and now I have a lot more people coming and watching the videos. So I would really appreciate that if you would share, like, and sub for sure. All right. Okay, and I'll have more stuff coming. All right. Bye-bye.